It's time for a rebut. Movement to the prison. Alright. You know the incident caused the night before. I do not, so I guess we should press this. Judge Courtney, about this incident. You do not know of it? That would be unbecoming of you, Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth. Naturally, I know of it. However, in that case, there is a waste of time. I shall continue. Mr. Knightley. Active security guard. Alright, we definitely have to press this. You have proof Knightley stole the keys. Is that the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard? We will know for certain the moment the guard regains consciousness. Is that really true? I asked Judge Courtney for more information. Yeah, always. Always, always, always. There's one point in your reasoning that is odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the keys, I'd expect he tried to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keys to help him escape? He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his personage. As he waited for the opportunity moment, that is what I believe. Concealed the key. Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key, and I could prove it. Well, he did not hide the key, and the proof is... Knightley didn't hide the key? How can we tell? I don't think there is a proof of that. Oh, with a metal detector, right? We have a metal detector, yeah? Knightley's... Oh, wait, right here. Current location is unknown. We do not have the metal detector, so I don't know. Checks for metal objects. That's the only other place I could think of? Stolen from the locker. We probably do need to deal with that later on down the road. But for realskis, I did not hide the key, and the proof is... Where would the proof be? Did not find a murder weapon. The bloodstains belong to Knightley. I don't think it'd be the bloodstains. The stack is there. Found on the body. Was it used to tie the victim? I don't know what this evidence is supposed to be. If we had the metal detector, it would work. But I don't think the security gate stuff is gonna be doing anything. This is what's really confusing me about this. It's just we're immediately going like we could prove it, because like I don't recall saying that I could prove it. I just wanted more information. The day before the body was found, the guard was escorting Knightley to his cell and was attacked and knocked unconscious. During the attack, the key was stolen over Knightley, denied stealing it. A search at Knightley's cell was carried out, but the key was not found. Yeah, wouldn't you...
Take that!
Yeah, because, like, he was searched, so why wouldn't he have known? Why wouldn't the guards have known? Haven't the guards informed you yet? They searched Knightley after he attacked the guard, and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold. That is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. The reason being, He concealed it inside the chessboard. The chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon? Come now. How do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there? What? Take some responsibility for your own words! And that was all Sebastian's idea, after all. Oh, I love her! Look at her! That is a girl boss look! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! I just... You know? So those two don't always agree on their reasoning. In other words, once we put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When Simon Keyes arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom, all thanks to his accomplice, Simon Keyes. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show had ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance. Mr. Keyes performed in the show. He would have had no opportunity to murder him during the circus performance. No opportunity? Is that so? The story plays itself out on the stage. And such was the case with the animal show. As we examine the content of the show, the suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonizes the elephant heroine. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love, and all ends well. At that point, the suspect in the role of the villain is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. Blown away by the elephant. Was he hurt? After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes. Are you saying the crime was committed during that time? Even in such a short period of time, it would still be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so? So he committed the crime in 15 minutes, then returned to the stage. That may have been possible if the crime scene had been the prison. Judge Courtney, the actual crime took place in the detention center. I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence. As for evidence, I have it. Well then, please show us your evidence. Where is the evidence that shows the scene of the crime was the detention center? It wasn't just a video. I imagine either the tunnel footprints or this. Yeah, because it has the bloodstains. This is the floor. Oh, goddess of law. I am unable to comprehend your mysterious ways. This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Mr. Knightley's blood. This blood test, can it really be trusted? To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation? I happen to have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competency, but he is a man that I trust. That detective? This concerns me. I cannot think of why one would disturb the order of law. The prosecutional investigation committee's influence goes as far as the police department. Gummy's in trouble! Forgive me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come out of this. I will accept the fact that blood was found at the detention center as evidence. However... How ridiculous! This is unthinkable of you, you third-rate prosecutor! This is the best. You're here. Completely forgot about him. There's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security camera, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then after he left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away. Ah! Did the dog go wipe away the bloodstains? As if that could happen. That is possible. Of my Anubis, right, boy? Ah! That was one of the tricks I taught him while I was still in the outside world. He makes sure to hide any bloodstains he makes. So as not to leave behind any evidence. Was saved, if only by chance. Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis always performs that trick very well. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. First, he bites the victim's hand. Stop, stop, stop! I don't want to hear anymore. I see. I understand, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It appears you've gathered a good hand. I'm glad you My argument isn't over yet. Objection overruled. Hey, no, that's a little harsh. Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine. You finally realized the murder occurred in the detention center, therefore the assassin's pet dog. My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I've been waiting for you to say that. Now, let me show you. This evidence shows the route the dog used to go between the detention center and the prison. Yes, right here. This photo! It shows a secret tunnel hidden in the prison. That's impossible! This is a secret tunnel? This tunnel was dug by the escaped prisoner, Jail L. Bird. It begins in his prison cell, and it's connected to the holding cell in the detention center. Namely, the victim cell. I'm shocked. How did this... Dogen, you must have known of this, since you used this tunnel to commit murder. In the name of the goddess of law, I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim.
Hold it.
What do you mean? Evidence is everything. That remains true here, just as in the courtroom. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. Lawrence Knightley's autopsy report. Are they gonna fucking update on this bitch? Autopsy report? Since when? Why are you surprised? This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet, more of a preliminary report. Oh my god! He can literally be updated, oh my god! god. They really went on the beam, huh? Here, the very word of the goddess of law is written. Cause of death, stab wound to the neck, died instantly. Murder weapon, sharp metal object. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object. Although they were unable to determine the actual shape of the murder weapon, they have clear proof that it was a sharp metal object. So do you still stand by your claim? That a dog used a sharp object to kill the victim? This can't be! That is all. The court is adjourned. But wait! The tunnel contains the dog's footprints. Perhaps it may have been one of Anubis's walking courses. I can never tell when Anubis gets up to outside my cell. Something feels unnatural about all this, but I have no evidence. Courtney Pie, you should pull the hidden gem on the very last moment. She waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. I let her outwit me again. Appointed Attorney Shields. Here's the autopsy report from earlier. I apologize for the delay. No, it's all right. Thank you. I gladly accept it. Mr. Shields? I don't believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. I'd advise you stop. Persist any longer, and I shall call on the strength of the goddess of law. I'll be careful. Justine, well done. Just as I planned. I only acted in accordance to your instructions. The autopsy report came straight from the police. Can't refute it. However, if the murder weapon wasn't a dog, Dogen will be cleared of suspicion. The merciful goddess of law so decrees. You choose to yield now. Your badge will not be taken. What will you do, sir? She says that, but... My answer remains the same. Judge Courtney, as I said before, I will see my job through, and I will not yield to threats. So even now, you still refuse to give up. You want to keep your badge. This may be your last chance. Right now, I am a defense attorney's assistant. What I protect is not my badge, but my client. The goddess of law grows weary of your sentiment. Now we're talking. Miles is starting to understand that a defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those were the words of your old man. My father. It really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now. You said it yourself. It changed since you were tainted by Von Carmen. It's only now that I've actually come to believe it. Mr. Shields? Well then, Miles. Now's the time to put those skills to the test. Think beyond your limits. If the murder weapon was a sharp metal object, does that really negate your reasoning? The murder weapon was a sharp metal object. That's it! There were 5 chisels placed inside the special cell. Dogen is a former assassin. It's quite possible he could kill someone with just a chisel. In that case, the weapon that killed Horns Knightley was... Is that all? Well then, I suppose... Evidence is everything. Didn't you say? The murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, Such a weapon has yet to be found. What? So what are you trying to say? The only decisive evidence is the actual murder weapon itself. And that was in plain sight this whole time. The real murder weapon is Dogen's chisel. What did you say? Take responsibility for your own statements. The scene of the crime was Mr. Knightley's cell. You said so yourself. If the evidence changes, then so will my logic. That too is courtroom procedure, is it not? If the chisel was used, that means the killer was human. However, the fact remains that we cannot deny the security photo. Yeah, what about that photo? I'll give you the answer. This photo shows the moment someone attacked the dog? Where's the photo? I need to see it. Cause I don't remember the photo. That's one thing that they definitely did not, like, do very well. The dog killed the victim. The dog leapt at the victim. Someone attacked the dog. I don't know which one it is, though. The dog leapt at the victim? Dogen's dog leapt at Knightley. However, the victim did not die at that time. Didn't die. He was only knocked unconscious. The dog didn't move a dead body, it moved an unconscious Knightley. The real killer was its owner. I see! If the victim was moved, it would have been possible for Dogen to commit the murder. And use the murder weapon! Indeed, the killer is Shohan Dogen. It can only be you. I bet your teacher used to write on your report card. Needs to pay more attention on what others say. I would think that describes you more. We examined the room, every nook and cranny, right, Justine? We examined all four of Mr. Dogen's chisels, and found no traces of blood. Thank you, Judge Courtney. Thanks to you, I am now certain. Thanks to me? Whatever do you mean? When I came here earlier, I saw 5 chisels. That's right, there were definitely 5 there before. So the one that disappeared was the smallest one, presumably for portable use. Dogen, where is that chisel? I'm not free to leave this place. I no need for a portable chisel. Not free to leave. In that case, he mustn't have been free to hide the deadly chisel either. Dogen, you just dug your own grave. Seems you know something. Would you care to show it? Dogen couldn't leave. The place he hid the chisel is in this special cell, right? Or it could be the workroom. It could be workroom. Point out the problematic area. Fucking Twitter.com. I'm guessing special cell, but it might be workroom A. Or it could be his cell. These are the 3 options that we really have. I'm more than willing to bet it's in workroom A, but logic dictates it be in the special cell. Dogen is a prisoner, so he can't leave his cell freely. Perhaps we could have sent his dog out to dispose of it. but he would not have been able to confirm the weapon's location. So what does that leave? Above all else, special metal tools are allowed in this cell. Even if one chisel were to appear here, no one would suspect a thing. You'd be a fool not to take advantage of that. I see. Of course! It's always safest if you do something yourself. But I examined everything! I didn't find any hiding places in his cell! I am certain that the murder weapon is here. The reason you haven't found it is because it was cleverly hidden. You say I hid it? Where exactly? Think. Where could he have hidden it? I have to remember everything up to this point. There must be some clue. Does that mean what I think it means? Let's get going, Mr. Edgeworth! Come to think of it, that dog hasn't barked at me once today. Previously, when I came to the special cell, it barked on Dogen's command. That's it. That's what's been out of place. There's just one place he could have hidden the murder weapon. Give it up already. How dull, how dull.
Hold it.
I will present evidence. This piece of evidence shows where you concealed the murder weapon. The doggy!
Take that.
Hasn't your dog been awfully quiet today? Now that you mention it, it hasn't barked at all. Sharon Dogen, open that dog's mouth now. Anubis hasn't barked needlessly. I ordered him to do that before. In that case, order it to bark now. Naturally, you should be able to. You have nothing to hide. It was inevitable. Anubis, show them your mouth. As you can see, a dog of this size can easily conceal a small chisel in its... What? Why a chisel? The dog really had one in his mouth. None was unusually quiet. Was he unable to follow the discussion? Sebastian? Could you call the forensics department? Urgently, please? I got it. A reaction! This chisel tests positive for blood. What? I guess that proves my theory wasn't just nonsense. Would this chisel be the murder weapon then? It reacted positively for blood. There's no doubt about that. Mr. Dogen, now that the murder weapon has been found, I must ask you for your testimony. We know how your dog got to the detention center. We found the murder weapon. Do you still think you could talk your way out of this? Interesting. This guy! Even at a time like this, he's still smiling. Well, Anubis, seems everyone has become suspicious of you. Quite troubling. But since it has come to this, we have no choice but to tell the truth. I did not kill anyone. I've long since grown weary of killing. What's this? His face looks completely composed. Seems we'll need to listen to Mr. Dogen's explanation. Please promptly give your testimony. Certainly. Dogen's explanation. First of all, I would like you to explain my motive. Do not know anyone by the name of Knightley. We share no connection. So I wouldn't think some motive for murder would have just appear out of nowhere. Or are you insinuating my Anubis had a motive? He only bears his fangs at others at my command. I do not hunger for blood so much as to kill a man. Do not even know. Coming from an assassin, it sure is persuasive. An assassin who kills acquaintances. I doubt that would be profitable. I may kill strangers in my line of work, but I never make it personal. Is there evidence that shows a connection between Knightley and Dogen? Should thoroughly review the evidence once more.